In this video, I'll demonstrate Melodyne's pitch tool, the pitch modulation tool, as well as the pitch drift tool. So I've got a country tune here, and the singer for this group has really great control of her high range, as you'll hear in this example.
Tell me why you wasted so much of my time. I thought that I'd found everything. Now I realize we had nothing. Did she make you feel alive? Are you happy to see me crying as I wipe the falling tears from my cheek?
But in her low range, especially at the end here, and some of these areas where she jumps down to the low D flat and the low E flat here, she has some control problems where she sort of falls flat. Now, given I've already tuned up everything else except for this last section, but the high notes really didn't need much work at all. I could have just left it as is, and it would have sounded great. And this is pretty common with vocalists that are really great at belting out their high range. Their high range is spectacular, but their low range needs some more support, and they often fall flat sometimes because they're not getting enough breath on those low notes. This isn't any insult at all to the singer, it's just how it works sometimes. Even great singers aren't perfect. So first what I'll do is I'll separate some of these notes in the last section. The way I typically figure this out is I just look at the pitch drift, and it's kind of a dead giveaway as to what notes need to be separated.
As I wipe the falling tears from my cheek.
Here's another one.
As I wipe the...
So we could separate this one.
As I wipe the falling tears from my cheek.
I'll drag over all of these, open up my pitch macro, snap it to the key, and tune up all these notes.
As I wipe the falling tears. As I wipe the falling tears.
Yeah, some of these notes we're going to have to manually pitch up.
As I wipe the falling tears from my cheek.
All right, everything's all tuned up. Now I'm going to use the pitch tools to smooth out the recording a bit. First, I'll start with the pitch drift tool, since we already looked at this one earlier. Now this one you can click and drag down to center the pitch drift on the note. You can also double click to toggle between 0 and 100% pitch drift correction. So I'll go through and I'll smooth out the pitch drift on some of the notes where it may seem a little off. Don't think of this as fixing a bad recording. We're just polishing an already good recording. We're making a good recording sound better. Next up is the main pitch tool. What this does is it controls the transitions between notes. So if you hover on the back end of a note and drag up or down, you can adjust the pitch drift or the pitch transition between notes. So if I want these really intentional and kind of robotic sounding, I can make them really flat like this.
My time.
Or if I want to make them more natural sounding, I can pull them out and make them a bit more gradual like this.
My time.
So what I'll do is I'll go through this whole section, and any transitions that sound a bit too quick to me, I'll pull them out and make them a bit more gradual. I used quite a bit of the pitch tool to smooth out the transitions between C and D flat in the ending section here.
As I wipe the falling tears from my cheek.
I could probably use a bit more here as well.
As I wipe the falling tears from my cheek.
The last tool I want to show you in this video is the pitch modulation tool. What this does is it allows you to decrease or increase the amount of natural vibrato or pitch drift in the note. You can also double click to set the modulation to 0 and double click again to set it back to 100%. So when you set this to 0, you get sort of a stereotypical robot auto-tune effect.
As I wipe the falling tears from my cheek.
Which might be a vocal effect that you're going for. Typically what I do is I go through and I use this to tame heavy vibrato just on certain notes. All right, so I'll play this whole thing twice back to back. First with no pitch correction and none of the pitch tools that I showed you in this video, and then I'll play it again with the pitch correction and pitch tools.
Tell me why you wasted so much of my time. I thought that I'd found everything. Now I realize we had nothing. Did she make you feel alive? Are you happy to see me cry? wipe the falling tears from my cheek. Tell me why you wasted so much of my time. I thought that I'd found everything. Now I realize we had nothing. Did she make you feel alive? Are you happy to see me crying as I wipe the falling tears from my cheek?